Chet, man, you know what it is, man. It's 2 cents to change the podcast, man. It is your boy, C.O. McLean.
It's your boy Mel. The truth. You know what I mean? The truth, the proof. We here.
I see we both got New York hats on today. Okay.
I mean, baseball season around the corner. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. Shout out to your Giants because they definitely what they doing it says we trying to win. We not playing.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I respect what I'm seeing from them. They got some old Baltimore Ravens. I ain't gonna lie, but I mean, well, I'll say this when we get to topics.
Okay.
You might as well. You can start there if you want. I mean, you done with the intro?
Yeah. You know, man. You know what it is, man. We set the change. We already did that already, right? Your boy, someone.
Yeah. Episode 48.
Episode 48. Yes.
We in the bill. You know me. You know, fade like Nas. You dig? You know what I'm saying? AZ. You know what I'm saying? Who you put? You know what I mean? But yeah. I mean, oh yeah. I don't know if you got to see it. The Ravens backed out of the Crosby joint. The defensive dude, Crosby, the big guy they got from the Raiders.
Who backed out?
Health scare. The Ravens, because of a health scare, they're in the physical. It just popped up on my joint.
Oh, wait. Let's backtrack. Who's Crosby?
The dude from I think I messed up his last name, man, but he's from the Raiders. He's a big defensive guy. Everybody was like, "Oh, the Ravens got him." It's a wrap.
Okay, I'm looking at the moves right now.
They backed out of the trade. It just popped up on my phone like a couple minutes before the show.
Oh,
that's
so
major.
Or maybe they just did that.
Yeah, okay. I'm saying it just happened. Like it just happened. That's major.
Okay.
That's
you said major. What team he was going to again?
He was going to the Ravens from the Raiders.
To the Ravens?
Yeah, he was going to the Ravens.
Okay.
He was on the Raiders.
All right, but let me check that out right quick. Let me see what they're talking about on there. Okay. Oh, Max Crosby from the Las Vegas Raiders to Baltimore Ravens. They said officially revoked. Yeah.
Yeah.
He felt his physical.
Yeah.
Physical. Damn.
How scared they said. I'm like, wow.
Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, damn, man. We thought we had, but.
Well, I mean, health first, man. Because a lot of times when these players are on these teams originally, they don't get to go through that physical that, if you're going to a new team. So he's probably playing. Maybe he wasn't, they didn't disclose the medical condition, but maybe they didn't know what it was or he didn't know what it was. Ultimately they found out during, the new team, like, oh, bro, you like, if you'd have played, bro, you probably would have, you know what I mean? So let's get that squared away. So I'm glad that they caught that. I'm glad they caught that. We also got Mekhi Parsons. He went to Green Bay. Went to Green Bay. You got
shout out to y'all too. Y'all got likely. I mean, honestly, I'm happy. I'm mad he's off the Ravens, but he deserved to be in a premier role. The guy is real good, and he wasn't able to do that on the Ravens. Of course, they chose the long tenured Andrews. Over him. I can't fault the Ravens, but it's great to see him go to the Giants in a situation where he's gonna, definitely. I don't know if necessarily be the guy, but he's gonna get a lot of touches, which is great for him.
Yeah, hell yeah. You see Geno Smith went back to the Jets. Nasty work.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold went to Seattle.
And Evans, man.
To the 49ers. Yes.
How you feel about that?
If we would have got Mike Evans probably like 3, maybe 4 years ago, that would have been an elite Mike Evans. Mike Evans, he's still a great receiver, but he's not the Mike Evans of old. It's just at this point, it's just the name. Like, oh, we got Mike Evans. Oh shit.
Yeah. I know what you. Yeah. It's like when you get a Yeah. It's almost not the same thing, but almost like when the Knicks got Larry Johnson after the injury.
Right.
It's like that's LJ. He's still, but he's not that Tom Hornets.
Yeah.
Shout out to that 4-point play though.
Yeah. Always
Throw
iconic.
the medals up, baby. Yeah.
Iconic. Iconic.
Uh,
Yeah, but what
I
else you
think
got?
what you call it? I mean,
You
I
know what I
think
want the
honestly,
Giants to get though? I want the Giants to get what you call it? Diggs. I want the Giants to get Diggs, bro.
yeah. Let me ask, yeah, him getting released was like I didn't understand releasing him. Like I wasn't like why. I didn't know why
He had
the
too much
Patriots would do that.
too much stuff was going on with him with that assault case he got going on. That's up in the air. So it's like, do we really want to carry this into next season?
The off the field.
Yeah. And
Okay.
it's
Because
not like
I
he was an
understand.
elite receiver. You know what I mean?
His best years was when he was with Josh Allen.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
You know,
mm-hmm.
I
So,
honestly, I was really impressed with your team though. The little moves the Giants is making, the head coach getting little pieces. I think that I like what they've done the best as
mm-hmm.
far as improving the squad. I mean, we signed a big offensive lineman.
Mm-hmm.
The Ravens is making moves. So it's like, you know, and then but the Chiefs not playing either. They're not playing. They're like, no,
Yeah.
we're not going nowhere. They're not playing around. I don't know if people been paying attention. The Chiefs have been making moves.
Mm-hmm.
And Kelsey said he's coming back. You
Oh, he coming
know,
back
he said he's coming back. So yeah,
without no
they
without no Mahomes?
he said he's coming
Without no
back.
Mahomes?
He
Oh,
said he's coming
okay.
back. Yep, he said
Okay.
he's coming back.
Okay, let's see about that. That's a bold move without Mahomes and he coming back. Who going to
I
throw him the
yeah,
ball? You know what I'm
I
saying?
think I think that he's gonna come back and then
Mm-hmm.
probably maybe retire the year Mahomes come back or something. Because he
Uh-huh.
don't want to retire and then be out and then be, I think that's probably why he said, yo, I'm gonna just tough it out. Because I
Mm-hmm.
know they feel that with their whole team they can make another run. Because
Yeah.
when you feel like you got the best player, they feel like Mahomes. It's like the Bulls.
Mm-hmm.
That when they had the final season on the Bulls,
Mm-hmm.
Rodman in and out the lineup, Pippen was out, but
Mm-hmm.
the Bulls was like, we still got Mike. And so when
Right.
you feel like you got the best, you like, yo, if we here, we got a chance. So I know that's their mentality. They're
But you
like,
gotta
okay, we go
understand
hold.
Mahomes is not playing this year.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying though, they feel like, yo, we're gonna get everything in place. So when he come back,
Come back.
we're gonna have
Right.
everything we need, and when we have our
But
guy, we're gonna be good.
but in
I know
terms
that's the
of
mentality.
Kelsey gonna be a year older by the time he
But
come back.
I'm saying he don't want to sit out though because he's old like that. I feel
Yeah.
him still playing is the best bet for him.
Uh-huh.
You don't want to leave the game and then be like, damn, yo, I might want to
Right.
come back when Mahomes come back. I
Right.
feel like he's probably like, yo, I gotta tough it out. And
Right.
then if to see how things look when Mahomes come back and how he play that year, then be like, yo, I'm out. Or if they win, he'll probably be like, I'm out.
Right. I mean, how old is Kelsey? He like 36, right?
He like mine, yeah, like around there, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's not old. He just, you know what it is? He been playing for so long.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He been playing
Mm-hmm.
for so long. So it's like, oh yeah, he's old. But it's like, nah, he been playing for a
I mean,
while.
he signed the 1 year, $12 million deal I'm looking at now. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
1 year deal. 1 year deal. It ain't.
Yeah.
Who gonna be their quarterback though? Gardner Minshew? No, that's Arizona. Who's they quarterback?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know who they're gonna have quarterback. And I see they all season moves though. They added Kenneth Walker, the third, the
Yeah.
running back. He alright. They added
I mean,
Tonga, the defensive tackle.
yeah,
He's good.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, he
yeah,
good.
yeah. Hey yo,
Gilman and
and like when that made me think about like what is the Dolphins doing? They releasing guys and what are they doing?
I mean, at this point, it's like, yo, what can they do? It's like,
Like
at some point, we
let
gotta.
me ask you this. Would you, the Giants, be like, yo, let's grab Tyreek Hill? Let's grab, like, what's the interest you think in a Tyreek Hill as
But
far
then he
as,
come
like,
off like
team?
a major. Then he just suffer like a major injury.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
yeah. So it's like when you in the NFL in a certain position and you have a certain injury, it's like you
Yeah,
could go get a young receiver,
yeah,
and go out there, a good route runner that's young and go out there and do the same thing. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So it's
yeah,
like, with that, he's expendable. It's just like that's what happened with Odell Beckham, elite receiver, but the injuries was like, it just derailed him. But he's an elite receiver. But it was like, what can you do? You know what I mean? So that's why he's out the league right now. Because those injuries, man, because it's not like a quarterback, right? Like, unless you like a Megatron, somebody or a Julio Jones, somebody that's beyond what you are at that position. If you just like you stellar at that position, like how Tyreek Hill and Odell Beckham were, they were stellar at the position. I could find a younger guy that could be stellar as well. So you got to be like a superstar at that position. Like Adrian Peterson, he was a superstar at that position. Came back at 35 or something off a knee major and still was, I think, almost like leading rushing that year or whatever. He's like a freakish talent, So, it's unfortunate that Tyreek Hill, got released, but a team is going to pick him up based off his name and based off, but they're going to see what can he do, So it's up to him to see how he going to come back from that. So, shout out to Tyreek Hill, man. I'm rooting for you, brother.
Yeah. A bunch of little NFL, moves. It's definitely heating up. I know it'll be plenty more to come, and. Since you brought up, Adrian Peterson, we're gonna talk about the Jayson Tatum return.
Yes.
Because the reason why I was like, you just mentioned it, like we gotta go into it because I feel like what Tatum is doing, he'll be like the Adrian Peterson of NBA with what he's coming back from. With the injury that Peterson had, supposed to be done, cooked. So if Tatum, because Tatum I ain't gonna lie, he's not looking like somebody who came off an Achilles and like just, he hitting the ground running. I got to keep it a buck. He's shutting me up. Because I'm thinking he's going to be more tentative, dunking, and so, and it's not that I was rooting against him. It's just having the injury myself and see how it affected others. And he's so young and talented. I just didn't want him to ruin his career. Mm-hmm. That was where I was coming from with any criticism that I had. But
the key thing, and when I watched that special they had on him, the very key thing that happened was the availability of the doctor. Just so happened to be available at the time that he needed him. And his moms told him, because he didn't want to do it. His moms was like, yo, the doctor.
He didn't want to get the surgery?
He didn't want to get the surgery done like the next day. He didn't want to get it done. But his mom's like, yo, listen, he said, you didn't, they had like a
I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
So he's like, he had to talk with his mom, and his moms talked him into like, yo, just get the surgery now. So by him getting the surgery, literally like right after the injury, it allowed him to come back this early.
Oh, that's what they said?
Yeah, that's what allowed him, because usually when people get these injuries, they usually wait a couple of days before it get it done. Other things happen. Because it happened, it snapped. He went back there. He got the surgery done as soon as as quick as possible.
Yeah, the game ended. He was in the hospital.
He was in the hospital getting the surgery.
Yeah,
so
I remember that.
Is why he was able to come back early the way he did.
Okay.
Because of how early he got the surgery done. So that's key to know, because people look at it like, how did he come back so early? Because he got the surgery done. And it was because the doctor was available at the time. It just so happened the doctor was available at that time that he needed him, and he got the job done. Wow. And that boy out there looking like he back. He back. I saw that game against the Bulls when he caught that dunk. Like was it? No, it was off the left leg. Off the left leg, but I was like, yeah, that boy back. When you doing stuff like that, you back.
And hopefully everybody don't get crazy, and this should not affect Jaylen Brown's MVP case. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah.
So the voters, don't get excited and just like relax.
Yeah. I mean, now Tatum is back. Now, where does this put Boston now in the Eastern Conference? Now, do we put them as a coming out the East type team? Like, where do we put them? All I'm gonna say,
it's tough. The Knicks, y'all don't have things together right now. I gotta keep it a buck. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. The more games that we get playing, the worse the Mikal Bridges joint. All them damn picks be looking.
He roasted his ass the other day too.
Yo, because they gave away picks like they was trading for like Allen Iverson or Brown, like a franchise guy. 4 first. It just
Yeah,
Yo,
whoever did that trade needs to be fired. Like whoever was
like you would have thought they was
responsible
getting
for that.
MVP D Rose or somebody like yo, like, and that's why they couldn't get Giannis.
4 first-round picks.
Ridiculous.
4 for a guy that average what? That has a combined 16 points or something over the last 2 games or something like that. And
Yeah,
you
it's
give up
atrocious.
4 first-round picks for this guy?
But yo, but bro, he was never that caliber of player to
Never.
begin with. That's the thing, though. He never was that.
I mean, he was coming off a little high when he was on Nets. And
But
that's
the Nets
why
sucked.
yeah, they suck. And he was killing over there, but that still didn't warrant 4 first-round picks.
Nah.
I don't know. I don't know. Like you kill. I mean, the Knicks got a very good team, got a very deep team, but you kill the chances of getting better by giving up all your picks. You don't give up first round. You don't give up 4 of them.
Yeah. Yo, I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh
man.
my God.
Detroit, I feel like they're gonna do something, but I don't see them winning the East. I just feel like Boston, especially with Tatum back, would beat them.
Mm-hmm.
Or like I even see a healthy Philly beating. Like I just see the right veteran teams would beat them because of some things that they lacking. And it's hard for me to put it into words, but I just feel like they on the rise.
Mm-hmm.
But I just do not see them.
And
especially,
this goes. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, you go ahead.
No, go ahead. Especially what?
No, but I just don't see them beating those veteran teams with experience. Like a healthy Philly. Like say if they first in Philly, teetering, but they was healthy. And I don't give if Philly was 8 and they won. I see Philly winning if everybody's there.
Everybody there. Me too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. They really got to get for Embiid. Maxey. But this is what I was saying earlier in past episodes was like, yo, because I look at them as a Cleveland Cavaliers team from the previous year. I always said that. I was like, because that Cavaliers team was on a spurt. Like, they was winning games in a row. Yeah. They was on a high. People was putting them up there, barring. I mean, even they got some injuries, but that's how I look at the Detroit Pistons this year as a Cleveland Cavaliers from last year. Now, barring any injuries, maybe, but I just don't see them, now that Tatum is back and he playing the way he played, I don't see them beating Boston now, because now you got Jaylen Brown playing at an MVP level. His confidence is up there. You got now you got Tatum back. Pritchard.
They role players is like those different White, Pritchard.
But they lost their bigs, though. They lost their bigs. Bigs.
But the way the game is now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean,
but the thing about it, what I look at the Celtics team now is because they depleted their team because they felt that Jayson Tatum was going to be out the whole year, right? So now that Tatum is back, they looking like, damn, he's back this early. But do we have a championship team around him now? Because we gave away Porzingis, Horford, what's the other guard name?
Yeah.
They gave away Holiday. They gave away pieces that was there that was a championship team. So it was like, it's kind of hard to, replace those guys. So in that aspect, Detroit still has a chance, but this was supposed to be the Knicks year. This was supposed to be the Knicks year, the year of the Knicks, but
Tatum and it's gonna be an interesting playoffs. And out west, I mean SGA and OKC, they could. Matter of fact, before we get to the West, because I was having a convo with people, and they was talking about how the Cleveland they looking good, Harden looking good over there, and they get their ass kicked by Boston. Right after this comment, they was hyping them like, "Yo, Cavs." And Boston came to Cleveland and whooped that ass. They said, yo, smack him. Like, yo. I was watching the game. Anytime they made a run, Donovan Mitchell did a move on Jaylen Brown and made the 3. Mind you, they were still losing, though. And he hyped, though, right? My dude. Jaylen Brown has like 30. Y'all losing. I don't know if you just cross them over and you hit the jump shot. So what? So what? Calm your behind down. You're not better than Jaylen Brown. For starters, you're not better than him. Number one, you're not better than him. Number two, you ain't like I done seen Jaylen Brown the midi killing y'all, and they want to replay the highlight, and I'm like, yo, y'all replaying it like they ain't winning. Like Boston is really in there just.
Was they in Cleveland or Boston?
Yes, getting cooked though. But they was getting cooked though at that point too.
I can understand why they did that to try to get the crowd hype, because they's in Cleveland.
Nah. Because right after that, it's like they got more mad. So like, we up by 11, now leave is like damn near 30. I'm serious. Yo, it was like, I was watching it. They got the highlight. He hyped. Yo, now, next time, they break down by like damn near 30. I'm like, hey, you see? Like, and that's just, Cleveland ain't doing shit, man. And James Harden, listen, they're like, yo, James, and somebody said it. James Harden always do that. He first go to a new team, oh my God. And then they have a bad playoffs. The next year, you want to get traded. What are we talking about?
Like, Cleveland had their chance last year when they had that chemistry intact, but again, injuries is part of the game.
Yeah.
That took.
Yeah, and they got rid of that young guard, Garland.
They got rid of Garland.
I feel like he had the little toe injury. And, I think it's almost like when Celtics traded Isaiah Thomas for Kyrie.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's something we don't know about that injury. Because for him to be young and then they traded him for Harden, to me, it just don't really add up to make that move.
Because
it might be something where he may not get better or something. Yeah. I don't know. But it must be something with the injury where they're like,
right. Because you don't give – I mean, really, even though, that's Harden, but, we know what Harden could give you and what he can't give.
Yes.
We know what Garland could give you because he proved it when he came back. He proved it to his play. So, again, I like you said, I don't know why they did a trade. It could be an underlying issue with the toe that we don't know about, But, I mean, he passed the physical. So, obviously, if it was something that was the detriment to the team, once he did the physical, they'd probably be like, I don't know about this. You know what I mean? So, obviously, Mother's not that bad. But yeah, man, shout out to Jayson Tatum and the Celtics, man. Let's see what kind of run they could do this year, man.
And then we got to go into the next one. Because the topic we got about Melo, can't talk about winning, it is derived from basically Melo on his podcast. Shout out to 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. He was just he do always show Tatum love. And even because Jayson Tatum is his son's favorite player. Mm-hmm. So I remember he brought Tatum to the show. So Melo and him have a relationship. That's just what I'm alluding to.
Mm-hmm.
All he said was that, he think that Jayson Tatum coming back should just ease his way in and not try to overtake what they already doing.
Right.
Fit into what's going on. Jaylen Brown is on a roll. They rolling. So that's what Melo was saying. Focus on winning and not instead of individual and just implement yourself back into what's going on. Right. That's basically what he was saying.
Right.
Tatum agent gonna come out and say it's ironic about that Melo trying to tell Tatum about winning. And Melo was like, he commented I ain't even saying anything negative about your client. He I'm just he said, so I'm talking about, I forgot his exact word, but just basically said, I'm just talking about the nature of coming back. He was like, and I always show your client. He said, ask your client who always show him love and always hold him down. Mm-hmm. That's what Melo said. And he was like, it's all good. He was like, heard you. Melo's like, heard you, because the agent was trying to come at Melo. He heard you. And then Melo, and then he said something, Melo was like, it's all good, heard you. All right. Trying to make it seem Melo can't talk about winning. Melo didn't win an NBA championship, but from Olympics to college and stuff mind you, Melo turned Denver around and made the playoffs every year.
Mm-hmm.
He turned. That's why his number 15 should be retired. And Joker should never had a chance to wear it. But when you got a player like Joker getting number, it's kind of I mean, it's unfortunate, but it don't look like it's just gonna happen now. But it's like, yo, they did their thing on the Knicks. You know, he just didn't win a ring. He didn't win a ring. All right, but we're not going to play like, oh, Melo can't talk about like, yo. It was disrespectful, and I feel like he was jumping the gun to try to come at Melo when Melo wasn't even talking shit about Tatum.
Yep, I'm looking at it now. So Tatum's training name is Drew Hanlon.
Yeah, his trainer. I said his agent. His trainer. My bad. Yeah.
Yeah, his trainer, Drew Hanlon. Made marks, and then his argument was he pointed out that Tatum already has an NBA championship and got a 14-6 playoff record, whereas Melo finished his career with a 3-13 in the playoff series and no NBA title. I think like people categorize winning and they put it in different categories, right? It's like winning championships or winning a playoff series or winning winning in the regular season, right?
Yeah.
So we can't categorize winning. Winning is just winning. That's it. And Melo is a winner. Albeit he didn't win a championship, my man Melo got gold medals. My man won an NCAA championship. My man, like you said, he carried them on his back as a rookie, took Denver Nuggets to the playoffs. That's winning. These are all winning things. Now, in order for you to like win a championship, it takes a whole team to win a championship. One player can't win a championship. Jayson Tatum was just afforded a better team than Melo has had as far as pieces around him to win championships. And we got to look at where Melo played at to win a championship. Bro, you had to go against LeBron, prime Kobe. Like, those times is like Mike
the Spurs,
right?
with Tim Duncan.
Like, it's extremely hard to get through teams to win a championship when Melo was playing. You know what I'm saying? It took Braun. Tim Duncan beat Braun at 38 years old with the Spurs. You know what I'm saying? So it had to take them guys to fully get them up out of here in order for them the guys to win championships. And it's just that fortunately Braun stacked his teams so he could be able to compete for championships. Melo had an opportunity to do that, but he said, no, I'm not going to Miami and join y'all. I'm going to stay here in New York. I'm going to claim my money, which people get on Carmelo Anthony for that. You sacrifice money for winning, but he wanted to win in New York. He wanted to do that in New York. Unfortunately, he couldn't do that. So that was whack for that trainer to say that.
And that trainer, you never played in the NBA. Like Charlie Villanueva was talking about it too. How you talking about Melo? You ain't never even played in the league.
In the league? Like, who are you, bro? Like, you just a trainer. You obviously you're good at what you do, but you wasn't with Melo shooting in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Come on, cut that shit out, man. Like,
and Melo is a Hall of Famer, top 75.
Right. Like, stop, like y'all playing. That's why Melo was like, all right, you know what I mean? Like, you're playing with my top right now. Be like, don't do that. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Melo, man.
Shout out to Melo, man. Yeah.
And yo, I like funny thing. I'm gonna jump into this one. I know we jumping over, but I was in the crib, yo.
What else, Gerald? Yep, Tatum.
Yeah. We talked about that Tatum already, Gerald. I was watching a thing on YouTube, an old game. The Bulls versus the Pistons. This is in 96, 97. I forgot what season it was. I think it might be 97. And Michael Jordan just talked about Grant Hill. He was like, yo, he see like, Grant Hill, and I forgot what it was like, the next guys up, you know? And at that point, the Pistons, while Grant Hill was on them, they had never beaten in the Bulls up to that point for 3 years. So they played to the 12 times and they ain't beat the Bulls. And mind you, this was one of the last few games of the season, and they did win that finally. But the Grant Hill, the Pistons was like 51-26. So they like the East was stacked, good records. And Grant Hill, like Michael Jordan was like, he next up, he one of the next guys. Pippen was talking about defending. And he was talking about like Pippen. Even Grant Hill was like, Pippen, the way he guarded me, is not like the other guys that kind of let him do what he want and he'll dictate what he's gonna do. Pippen be right in him, not giving him. And Pippen was giving him his flowers and talking about like how he defend him. And him and Pippen, you could see was going at it.
Yeah.
In the beginning, going at it, hitting him with crossover.
Pippen the business.
Nah, but in that game they was going at it though. Because Pippen in the first quarter, I think Pippen had 10 and he had 8, but Pippen was hitting threes, guarding up. And Grant Hill come right back down like, all right, I'm going at you, and it was just like you could see in the way that they was calling him Mr. Triple Double.
Yeah.
Because at that point,
Grant Hill, Mr. Triple Double. Yep.
He had the most triple doubles.
Yep.
In the league at that time, and it was like, yo, and shout out to Kasim too. Shout out to Kasim.
Excuse me.
Yeah, shout out to Kai. But I'm like, yo, and then we had to talk to Sajiro, and we was talking about Grant Hill and everything at the time when T-Mac went to Orlando and all of that. I'm like, yeah, you're talking about giving flowers, but I think people don't really remember or understand how good Grant Hill was and how he was revered in his time. So that's why I said I wanted to preface it with that because I watched the game. And when I heard him, I said, we got to talk about this. Because the way Mike was talking about him, Pippen, I said, nah, we're going to talk about this on the show. So now I'm going to take a step back, and I got to let you take the floor because you actually lived Grant Hill in his prime. So I'm going to take it a step back, and giving you the floor.
I mean, I just want to point out this historical production. This will sum up like the type of play that Grant Hill was in his time.
Right. Yeah.
So he joined Oscar Robertson, Larry Bird, and Luka Doncic as the only players in history to amass over 9,000 points, 3,400 rebounds, and 2,700 assists in their first 6 seasons. So that tells you.
And that right to left was me, and he was fucking the Bulls up and a lot of other people with that too.
A lot of other people. Like that just tells you the impact. Now, forget stats, right?
Yeah.
Because I watched Grant Hill when Grant Hill was playing. So forget stats. Like Grant Hill had it all, bro. The boy had an like his crossover, right? He had such his crossover was so deceptive and it was so low. You didn't know if he was gonna do the crossover because the way he did his was like oh my gosh, he could post you up. He was a great defender. He could shoot the ball. Like Grant Hill at his size, his weight, Grant Hill was a problem for Mike to say, yo, this guy's next up. And this is when Mike was in his prime, right? This is not no Wizards Mike.
The second three-peat.
Yes, this is Mike in championship mode saying, yo, this guy Grant Hill is next up. He had all these guys to praise. He had Penny Hardaway's the praises, all these other guys, the T-Max, the praises coming up. He chose Grant Hill because Grant Hill was giving everybody the business. Everybody. Forget the stats. It's like you got to watch it, the eye test. You had to watch that man play. They're like, yo, like Pippen, he was busting Pippen ass. And Bulls was my team, he was busting. Pippen, he was doing his thing, but he was unguardable. Grant Hill was unguardable, bro. Nobody was guarding Grant Hill. That's why it was so upsetting when he got to Orlando and you him paired up with T-Mac and then possibly Tim Duncan is the ankle injury. Like,
did you hear him talk about it too? It was like I felt so bad for him when he would talk about all of those constant surgeries and everything.
Yeah, like they had a picture of his ankle one time. It was
crazy,
diabolical. It was like for one man to go through all that, like injuries done took away some of the greatest players that we'll never know. You know what I'm saying? Injuries, man. Penny Hardaway. Oh my gosh! If injuries didn't,
who do you think was better though, Penny or Grant Hill? If you're being real.
That's tough because they play 2 separate positions, man.
But they both were the same size.
I mean, but they Grant Hill.
Who you got, bro? Don't do that. Your word is valid because if you lived it, so I need you to pick one. I need you to pick one.
That's hard.
I don't need you to be political. I want you to pick one if you can, please.
That's really hard. It's a toss-up. I can't pick. we talk about both players in their primes.
Yes, in their prime. Both players.
I can't pick one. I can't pick
one.
Okay.
I
can't. Because if you look at their game, like Penny is Grant Hill if he was that size, and Grant Hill is Penny if he was that size. Like
they're the same size, bro. They both like 6'7".
No, I'm talking about as far as like, but Penny was more or less his frame. Now Penny.
Okay.
I mean, Grant Hill was more of a small forward / guard. Penny was a point guard. He could play the two, but he was a pure point guard at that size. You know what I mean? So I'm talking about as far as they frame and stature. You know, I can't. Oh, so Jerry said he'd pick Penny. I mean, in a prime, I can't pick.
It's not easy. But
I can't pick. Like, because they both was giving everybody the business. Penny was giving Mike the business. And this is prime Mike. He was giving Mike the business. Like Mike couldn't really do nothing with Penny. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Jeremy, what up? What up, Jeremy?
What up, Jeremy?
Yo, you gotta remember though. Don't forget when you talk about giving people the business. Don't forget to mention the answer.
But we talk about Penny.
I'm just joking, bro. You know I gotta mess with you, but nah, bro. All jokes aside though, seriously,
I can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong either way.
I can't. You know what I mean?
And not for nothing, if Michael Jordan wasn't around, maybe the Pistons might have been able to make more of an impact in the East.
A lot of people would have had more of an impact in the East if Michael Jordan wasn't Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? A lot of players. So that just tells you how great Michael Jordan is. Let's cut the nonsense.
But before we switch, just sum it up about Grant Hill. How good was Grant Hill? I need you to just.
I mean, I don't need to sum it up. Why? Because if Michael Jordan is saying that you are next up, what is there to sum up? You got the GOAT saying, "Yo, you next up."
Right.
So this to tell anybody that never watched. Just go. I forgot who said it best. Somebody's like, yo, people who always want to watch highlights and reels. No, they are real games that you can actually watch on YouTube. Just Google it. Google Grant Hill games and just watch a game. Watch him play against Chicago Bulls against Michael Jordan, and that would tell you everything about Grant Hill when he was on the Pistons. And that would tell you, hey, just watch the man play. That's it. That's all I gotta tell you. Watch the man play.
Shout out to Grant Hill, man.
Shout out to Grant Hill.
Yeah, I mean, since we, comparing, I don't even know what this is. You're gonna have to explain this. Wemby versus Chet, because that's not even a discussion. That's not even a discussion. It's not a discussion.
Yeah. Another reason why I brought it up, I put a clip on the page, right?
Yeah.
So, like, these guys, like, people don't know, like, unless you know. Oh, you say who I'm picking, man?
As far as Penny and Grant Hill,
who you picking?
I think. See, I feel like I've seen more Penny, and Penny is more glamorized. But you're asking the big bro. We had a dude in the hood who always spoke highly of Grant Hill. So it's like I always, like Grant Hill, like you knew he was, but. I'm not gonna lie, I've been doing my due diligence and watching. And I ain't gonna lie, Penny gets glamorized a lot, but I don't know why. Maybe it's because I've been really dissecting Grant Hill lately. I don't know why I feel like I might pick Grant Hill, prime Grant Hill, because I think it's underrated how good he was. People don't talk about it enough. So I think I might be going prime Grant Hill. I might be going prime Grant Hill, man.
You can't go wrong. You know what? We're gonna put that as a poll, and I'm gonna put them side by side. We're gonna put that as a poll. It's gonna be for me. It's a toss up.
Yeah,
toss up. Prime Grant Hill or prime Penny Hardaway. Who you picking? You know.
And honestly, Grant Hill had a longer prime than Penny too, because Grant Hill came in the league in '94, and we got from '94 to 2000. He was. That's when he hurt the ankle in 2000.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But so that was the answer to Jero. But holla at that, Wemby and Chet. Because you gotta explain that.
Yeah, because like I said, I put a clip on the page, right?
Yeah.
Because every time, and it's gonna go into why this is very important about this particular rivalry, right? Because
Okay.
back when they was teenagers, they played, France played USA,
Oh,
and
yes.
Wemby had a great game, but Chet overall, Team USA won, and Chet
Mm-hmm.
won the MVP of that.
Okay.
Because I was wondering, why is it that they got such, why does Wemby really be going at Chet? So I had to look, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is why. That's when I posted on the page. And I say this because I'm like, yo, Chet is part of the defending NBA champions, right? Thunder.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
got Wemby, who got this chip on his shoulder that every time he plays against Chet, he want to bust his ass. So now you got the San Antonio Spurs as the top, one of the top. Do they have the top record yet in the West?
No, no.
I know they
OKC
second.
still got it.
They
Yeah, they
second.
second. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you gotta go and what you call the Spurs done beat y'all, what, 3 straight times already? And you got a guy, Wemby, that has a grudge against one of your big men on the Thunder. I will be extremely scared to play the Spurs if I'm Thunder and Chet Holmgren. Like, yo, if I'm Chet, I'm like, yo, Chet, this guy Wemby, you got to put a handle on this guy because he out here, every time he play against you, he's looking to bust your ass. He be going at Chet. And Chet be
Yeah.
looking like he don't want no smoke. I'm like, yo, Chet, you gotta put up a battle. Go back to your teenage time when Wemby outscored him and all that, but you need to get that mentality like, yo, because Wemby, but this is what I'm saying about that rivalry and how scary it is because you got Wemby who took it personal, who got way better, because now you look at Wemby better than Chet now, right? I don't think nobody would say, yo, Chet is better than Wemby.
Nobody's saying, yeah,
Nobody's going to say that, but back then, Chet was that guy. He was that guy, and that's who he was, right? So now it's like, yo, if I'm Thunder, I don't want to play the Spurs, bro. I would want the Spurs to get up out
They
of
don't
here.
want that because they haven't beat the Spurs all season.
Yeah, if I'm Thunder, I wouldn't want to play the Spurs. And because of that backstory that Wemby got with Chet, I won't want that big ass nigga mad at me in a series. Fuck
If
that.
everything play out, that'll be the conference finals matchup.
That'd be the conference finals, and Wemby gonna go nuts because why? He remembers Chet beat me, and he won the MVP. Big 7'6" nigga got a vendetta, bro. That's scary, bro. That's scary. Good luck, OKC and Chet playing against the Spurs. Good fucking luck. Good fucking luck.
So yeah, you added that context, so now I can kind of understand.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Right. So speaking about that, that's a rivalry, and I feel like that's stuff that the game needs.
Yeah.
So it kind of segues to the NBA, is it better now or worse? And I feel like, to your point with that rivalry, that's something that the game is missing. The rivalries, those grudge matches. Like I feel like it was more like, even with it not being like stars on the same team. But like, for example, like we'll use the Sixers versus the Raptors with Iverson and Vince. People was comparing Vince more so to a Kobe. But once they had that playoff matchup, now it's like, okay, when the Raptors play Sixers, it's like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like even if, it wasn't like a historical, like the Pistons, that's sort of like the Celtics Lakers or something, right? But then this team got this guy and this guy, or they have a playoff series. Now it's like, for example, with the Wizards, with Gilbert Arenas and Braun, they made it to the playoffs. So it was like twice. So it built once they lost the first time, it's like, okay, that's a little rivalry a little bit.
Right.
So I feel like that's the stuff that the game is missing.
Yeah.
Like those little rivalries to add. And I thought that once you get NBA or NBC, they would have had fun with it, added the intros and the little backstory. That's the stuff that adds to the game. Because I feel like the game is the game now with how all of the scoring and stuff, but it's like the quality is down with that. But then also it's like there's nothing else with the game. Not a lot of superstars where it's like for example, even if they didn't have a signature shoe, people was checking for the Reggie Millers,
Mm-hmm.
you know, or like say like with Sacramento had C-Web in them, or this team that, like, or even the Knicks, or this is like even outside of the big markets. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? It's like there was something to draw you into each team.
Right.
You know, something there. I feel like that's what like helps to the overall like quality and of the game outside of
Mm.
just on court. So that's
Yeah.
why I feel like people think it's worse.
Yeah.
And I agree as far as overall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think like things I get that things supposed to evolve, but
Yeah,
evolution doesn't mean that it gets better. You know, I
yeah,
think people are putting evolution with tying it with supposed to be better. No, you
yeah,
know, just like you have a cell phone, right? And people like say, oh, the cell phones is better, but they less
yeah,
durable, right? Like them shits
yep,
fall, it's over. You got to get a new phone. Back then, your phone
yep,
fell, that thing is still ticking and licking. So is it better
yeah,
now or is it better
yeah,
then? Right? Because it
yeah,
evolved, but is it really
yeah,
better? You know, so I
yep.
look at the NBA now like, yo, like it's they wanted to add more scoring and for the fans and stuff like that.
The
They thought
entertainment.
that by doing that it was going to make it better, but
Yeah,
it didn't. Like for the people that watch basketball, that play basketball, and it's because we still got the nostalgic fans that watch basketball, right? And they are like, yo, this is not it. And then once you got social media and they privy to the old way how basketball looked, you even got some of these young cats like, nah, bro. Oh shit, it was like that back in the days. That shit was
yeah,
fire. And they starting to see like, yo, yeah, back in the day, balls was lit. Like now it's just you just run up and down shooting threes, up and down shooting three, left three threes. You know, it's really no offense being played. It's really like no set plays being run. It's like, yo, clear out, shoot three. Like it's just watered down. For me, I feel like the NBA now is watered down. Like you had said, brought up like from before had the rivalries and things like that. We need that back. There's no rivalries no more. I think the last rivalry we had was when LeBron and Golden State was playing, but that's because they were just meeting in the finals every fucking year. You know, so they had to make up a rivalry. It wasn't a rivalry because Steph and Braun was happy. Hey, what's up? Happy go lucky. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What up? You know what I mean? I think the
yeah,
last rivalry we had that we were deprived of because LeBron joined Miami was Braun and Braun and Wade. That was like the last good rivalry he had because they was going at it. Because I know Wade took it personal, like I'm gonna go at this nigga every time he played. Those was good games. Then Braun went and joined them, and that killed that whole rivalry. You know what I mean? So I just think that the NBA got it's no storylines no more. Like, what's the storylines now? You know, is okay. Say SGA MVP. Okay, you know, there's no storylines, right? Like this is a storyline. Chet and Wemby, that's a storyline. Like Wemby lost to him, and when they was in teenage years, stuff like that. That's a storyline. So
yeah,
I just feel like the NBA is watered down now. We need to get back somehow, some way to get in rivalries. Like I like what the Detroit Pistons is doing. Let them fuck up everybody. Let them hate every team. Yeah, give me a storyline. Give me something.
yeah,
Like I don't not like
yeah,
basketball. I don't watch it no more, bro. Like, and it's bad. That's my favorite sport. I don't watch it. I catch a highlight. I will.
yeah,
I could just. Sometimes I could try to watch one game. By the time looking at it, I done seen both teams take 10 3-pointers and no twos. I cut it off. I'm like, I can't watch it. It's cringy. Let me cut it off. So I think NBA got worse. Silver got to do something because it's not the casual fan is not watching it.
yeah, yeah. Definitely a lot of stuff to fix. And speaking about that, is like it kind of segues into the next topic because it's kind of like quality. And
Mm-hmm.
now with the WNBA and
Mm-hmm.
potential lockouts, it's kind of
Mm-hmm.
like, you know, quality of play. And we've talked about that in other episodes, but the
Right.
disparity in the talent level of the whole
Right.
team. So
Right.
from a quality standpoint, it's like some people in like you wasn't the only person to critique, but a lot of people question the overall quality. But what
Yeah.
they got the little rivalry. with Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark,
And
or people trying to go at Caitlin Clark and she's not this or this or that. But then it's like, if they have a lockout, I feel like they can't afford to miss any games.
They can't. They don't get paid like the NBA. No.
That for starters. And then also their season is not, as long either. And it's kind of like, a lockout I feel like will hurt them because that's going to be a year missed. And then it might also contribute to more quality issues.
Yeah. And I'll put it like this, right?
Yeah.
I'll put it like, let's say, for instance, let's say, let me see, a sport that's predominantly like, let's say, because, we got to understand, right? We got men and we got women, right? And, not saying that a woman can't be as equally nice as a man in anything. But when we look at it in terms of basketball, like we got these guys out here, high flyers, dunking, athletic is crazy. A woman, that's not in a woman's DNA to do things that a man could do, and it's not in a man's DNA to do certain things that a woman could do. So in terms of this specifically, when we're talking about basketball, there's not a lot of like women that is really good that can fill an arena that people will want to see, right? It's really not. Like Caitlin Clark was that person that people wanted to see because she had like that Steph Curry aura coming to her. As good as of a player that Angel Reese is, there's nothing spectacular about Angel Reese, right? She doesn't do nothing that would be like, oh my God, I want to go see the seats. She was only attached to Caitlin Clark, and that's why, Angel Reese, sad to say, got her name up because she beat Caitlin Clark in college, and then it carried over to the WNBA. But Angel Reese's game is not predicated on something I'm going to pay money to go see. I'm not going to see her shoot the lights out and shoot from half court. You know what I mean? I'm not going to see the razzle dazzle. I'm not going to see that from Angel Reese, right? So it's like the WNBA players, they wanting to be paid. They want to, this lockout is because of monetary money. But like you said, the product is not the same as NBA. So stop looking at the guys in the NBA thinking that y'all going to get the same shit that these guys get when your league doesn't have the type of players that the guys have. Just chill out. Y'all made her right. You got Caitlin Clark, you got Angel Wilson in there. You got these guys these girls that's out here doing their thing. But get some more. You gotta bring something to the table where it's negotiable with. You're not bringing nothing to the table that's really you can negotiate with. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, you got Caitlin Clark in this. What else money are y'all deserving? If Caitlin Clark is not here playing, none of these arenas are selling. You know what I'm saying? So y'all want this money. Where the money coming from? You feel me? So I just think WNBA and the players need to chill out, work on y'all games. Work on different things. Work on things that's going to wow y'all crowd, y'all fan bases and stuff. That's going to get people like, yo, I want to come out and see. I want to come out and see Angel Reese. Oh, she got a handle now. She bopping players out there. Oh, I'm gonna pay my money to see that. People don't want to see Angel Reese getting knee bounds. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see that shit. That's just my 2 cents on that. You can't expect to pay that y'all want if y'all don't got the product that these NBA players got to put out on the court. That's my 2 cents on that.
And a lockout ain't helping that.
So, ain't helping at all.
And our last joint, as far as who could have a Lil Penny.
Yeah. And
honestly, the only person I really see who got the personality, I would say Ant-Man.
Ant-Man? No, I knew, and it's crazy. I knew you were going to say Ant-Man.
Because of the personality, I feel like I don't see nobody else with the personality and like that's gonna really.
Now this is what the Little Penny was predicated on, right? Little Penny was Penny Hardaway's alter ego. Hey, where you get that from?
I got this years ago on eBay. I got the Little Penny with the roll. It look like the Penny threes on.
Penny. Oh, that's historic. Oh, that's crazy, bro. I need to
Yeah.
get me one of them shit. I need one that talks though. That's
Yeah,
classic.
they had the talking one. Then they had the different ones like where he had the jersey on. This is the one when he was like, at the mansion.
Yeah, my man got a Little Penny. That's crazy. That's
Speaking of
that's
Little
a
Penny.
collector's edition, bro. You gotta hold on to that shit. Do
Yeah,
not give up that. That's now I gotta find me one. Yeah,
you know
that's
what I'm
hard.
saying?
That's hard. Because Little Penny was Penny Hardaway's alter ego. Because Penny wasn't like a trash talker like that.
Nah.
He was just a smooth assassin. So they created that
Yeah,
Little Penny alter ego to talk all this trash and shit for Penny. So it's like, when we talk about nostalgia, NBA, and what is missing, like shit like
yeah,
that. You know what I'm saying? Like that was,
yeah.
can we put it on the page with Little Penny? That's crazy. My man got Little Penny. So it's like, yo, who, like you said, Anthony Edwards. I can't say Anthony Edwards because Anthony Edwards talk shit. He don't need an alter ego.
Yeah, true. Like, okay, yeah. I didn't really think like an alter ego. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like,
it would have to be somebody like, it had to be somebody like maybe like a Shay, somebody that's like that they don't like Shay or like a Chet, like or like.
But Chet game right now doesn't resonate like he ain't.
Or maybe even
guy.
like
a that guy.
Well, I mean, somebody who would have been funny with, but he talked shit. I would say like a Tyrese Halliburton, but he talked joint. Yeah, it's kind of hard. I would say probably SGA. Like, or like a Kawhi Leonard. Like somebody like that.
Kawhi Leonard would be a perfect person. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have to be somebody like that.
You know who I would pick?
Oh,
Jokic. I would pick Jokic.
Because he don't, he has a mild personality.
And call his alter ego Little Joker.
I mean, they trying to build little marketing drinks for Joker and stuff. The funny thing is, people that be talking about. The funny thing is, because I got the Joker too. I played ball in it, but he released like a little Lego model. This is the shoe, like a Lego. I built it. Joker too.
Who is that?
Joker. His second shoe. Lego.
Oh, okay. A Lego.
They trying to do marketing for him. So I just showing this. This is the Joker too. But they built like a little Lego set for his second shoe. Because I got these. Like I played ball in them. But you know what I mean. So speaking of him, I see that they trying to do different things to market. So that might be something that if they hear us, look into that.
Look into that. Make a little Joker for Jokic. Just imagine that, like this big dude that you got him on his shoulder. Like, yo, like, you know what I mean? They can't stop that long-winded jump shot you got. Fuck y'all. That are like, yo, you just talk shit. I think that would be a perfect fitting for a little character would be Jokic. You know what I mean? Or a little Joker, man. Hopefully somebody see this and like, yo, you know what I mean? That's a great idea. Let's get a little Joker.
Yeah.
You know where they got it from, bro, if they do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or, shout out to
Little Penny. My man got a Little Penny. That's crazy, bro. That's classic. That's classic. Gotta take a picture of that. We go to tag Little Penny. I mean, Penny Hardaway watched the was it no Penny? No, it wasn't Penny, it was King Griffey. King Griffey watched our story that we put a stat. Yeah. These dudes be watching, bro. When we put the things up, they watch the stories. Hell yeah. Shout out to King Griffey, man.
Shout out to King Griffey, man.
King Griffey,
the
man.
Kid.
The kid, King Griffey, man. But you know what it is, man? Episode 48, man. 2 cents.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Des. Tomorrow, when we put it, our 1 year anniversary of 2 cents a check.
Oh, yes.
Round of applause, man.
Yeah. 1 year. 1 year, man.
It's crazy. What's your most memorable moment from my year for you?
Yeah, we might as well talk about that because it's about to be a year. Yeah. I mean, I remember us talking about it, and it was the brainchild, and we like, yo, we should do this. Boom, made the logo, everything. We like, yo, we should do it. Boom, and then there's baby steps, and we shooting the first episode, and to be rolling, and it's been like, to actually be a part of something from the ground up, and doing different things from the merch. You know what I'm saying? And people tuning in, and it's like, wow. So
people buying the merch.
Yeah, and the thing about it is that, see, you've been doing it for a while. So this is just like, another, like another like type of day for certain things. I know that I might be like, wow. But to be a part of something from the ground up and seeing the growth and like, oh yeah, people tapping in and showing love and watching the page go. So I mean, I would say though, like the like I would say like probably when we got Samaki and
Got the
I feel
Samaki.
like and he was just like, yo, like it was like he screened the page and was just like, yo, I like what y'all do, so I'll agree. And he gave us an opportunity and he was very genuine. And it was just from reaching out and got a reply. So salute to Samaki Walker for giving us those words of wisdom and giving us the opportunity. And it was just like, wow, like when you realize like, okay, people actually looking at what you're doing, they respect what you're doing, they admire what you're doing, and they saluting you and like don't mind being on the show with you because of how the product that you put out and how you represent. So that was definitely something I was like, oh wow, like people actually really do pay attention to what's going on with it. So for me, I would say, out the year, yeah.
I think for me, the biggest thing is just bringing us together, bro. Because when we was in New York, my road dog, we was always out. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, bro, when we go, we always go out here and then. Then when we started with Jersey, we kind of separated and got our own families and things. So this brings us together for that time. We just kick it and talk as bros, So I think for me, that's the biggest thing, man. I be like, man, I miss my road dog. I miss you here. You know what I mean? Wish you would say, yo, bro. We're gonna go to the store right quick, man. Go to sneaker store or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Go out, hang out, whatever. So that's the main thing that we are able to do this together, and grow together and see the fruits of it together. So that's the main thing for me, besides all that, just that my bro, man, got my bro here with me. It ain't nobody that I, got off the street or something like that. Nah, it's just my bro, you know what I'm saying? So we doing this. That's what makes it authentic and makes it, great that we doing this because I got my bro on there with me,
Absolutely, yes.
Man.
And to piggyback on that, that definitely, because that's what mommy always say. She always say how happy she is about that.
Yeah. So, and then aside from, just us being consistent with it, like today, how we doing this now, stuff got in the way. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, yo, we got to get it done. We got to keep it moving, because at the end of the day, this is something that we got to continue to build and we can't lapse. If we lapse, it's going to be over. So we got to keep we got to keep doing because, life is going to throw curveballs here, so it's up to us to determine how bad do we want it. Do we want it bad enough to overcome those hurdles and those obstacles and those things that's going to get in the way, and we found the way and we got it done today, so salute us, for getting it done.
Absolutely.
1 year down, more to go, baby. We're gonna get it. We're gonna be on ESPN. I just want to be on ESPN one time and talk shit to Stephen A. He yelling and all that shit. Nigga, I could yell too, nigga. I'm gonna tag you. Once Opus clip this, I'm gonna tag Stephen A. We gotta be on ESPN, 2 Cents to Change the podcast. The two authentic brothers, real brothers like pinch us, nigga. I'll be blood brother, my brother. We won't be on ESPN and talk our shit. Give our 2 Cents and Change segment. We gonna get there. We gonna get this in the air. I'm going to tag Stephen A. Smith.
Speak it into existence.
We'll speak it to existence. Tag Stephen A. and ESPN, and we're going to be on there. It's your boy, C.O. McLean.
It's your boy, Mel, man.
2 Cents, 1 year. We out.
Peace.
Bang.